Jason sat in his car, staring at his phone. The screen showed a simple text from his wife, Emily. "When will you be home?" "Dinner's almost ready." His fingers hovered over the screen. He could tell her the truth, that he was still at the office finishing up paperwork. Or he could tell her what she wanted to hear, that he was on his way. Instead, he turned off his phone and stepped out of his car. The hotel lobby was quiet, save for the gentle hum of soft jazz playing in the background. He hesitated for a moment, but the familiar rush of excitement won over his guilt. Taking a deep breath, he walked toward the elevator. A woman was already waiting for him in room 614. Her name was Lauren. They had met at a conference 6 months ago, and what had started as flirtatious conversation quickly escalated into something dangerous. At first, it had been a mistake, then a bad habit, and now it was an addiction. Jason knocked softly. The door opened, and there she was, wrapped in a silk robe, her eyes lighting up as she pulled him inside. "You made it," she whispered, pressing a kiss against his lips. For the next 2 hours, Jason forgot everything. He forgot about Emily, about their 6 years of marriage, about the home they had built together. He forgot that Emily had stood by his side through every challenge, that she was the reason he even had the career that made him attractive to women like Lauren in the first place. It wasn't until he checked the time that reality hit him like a freight train. 11:17 p.m. His heart pounded. He scrambled for his clothes, muttering, "I have to go!" Lauren sighed, rolling onto her side. "You always say that." He didn't respond. He didn't have time for a goodbye. He had to come up with an excuse. Something believable. By the time he pulled into his driveway, all the lights inside were off. Maybe Emily had gone to bed. Maybe he was safe. He tiptoed inside, careful not to wake her. But as he reached the staircase, a voice stopped him. "Long night?" Jason turned. Emily stood in the kitchen doorway, arms crossed, eyes heavy with something more than exhaustion. His mouth went dry. "Yeah, work was crazy." She didn't blink. "I called your office." His stomach twisted. "I also called your assistant." She stepped forward, placing her phone on the table. The screen was open to his text history with Lauren. Messages full of things no wife should ever have to see. Jason felt like the ground beneath him had disappeared. "Emily, Don't." Her voice cracked, but she held her ground. "I just want to know one thing." He swallowed hard. "What?" She took a shaky breath. Was it worth it? Jason had no answer. Because in that moment, as he watched the woman he loved fight back tears, he realized the truth. It had never been worth it. Not for a single second.